Hello everyone and welcome to this Mintec update video about the palm oil ban coming from Indonesia. Big shock to the market, we're going to discuss some of that now. So a brief timeline, just catch everyone up to speed of what actually occurred. So on 22nd of April, Indonesia announced there's going to be a ban on cooking oil and components. Now, no one was really sure what this meant. The market was kind of guessing, was this kind of covering all palm oil products? Was it just some? No one really knew. And this ban was to come into effect the 28th of April. Now, on the 25th, Indonesia say, hey everyone, it is RBD palm olein that's going to be banned. Everything else is kind of good to be exported. That kind of settled the market a little bit. Everyone kind of calmed everyone's nerves a little bit. But then just yesterday, on the 27th of April, we saw Indonesia come out in a press conference and say, actually CPO, refined palm oil and palm stearin are banned from tomorrow, the 28th of April. Now, this was a massive shock. The market was in turmoil pretty much all day over this, trying to understand what it meant for the veg oils complex, what it meant for palm oil, and what it actually means for market players currently buying, selling, and trading these components. So, what does it really mean? What is the impact of Indonesia saying, hey, we have banned crude palm oil exports and derivatives? So, Indonesia and Malaysia are by far and away our biggest producers, with Indonesia taking the lion's share of production and exports, as you can see on the pie chart in front of you. So 59% of palm oil production is Indonesian, and 56%, a huge chunk, is actually palm oil export from Indonesia as well. So removing Indonesia is removing the key player, the biggest, the titan producer and exporter from the market. Naturally, as you can imagine, that fears now come in around what supply will we have, what will the global marketplace look like, can you even get palm oil? So the instant reaction, I think, yesterday when we conducted our Mintec benchmark assessment was prices went up for crude palm oil, CIF Rotterdam in this case. Players were panicking a little bit, trying to scramble to get that supply, knowing that this had just happened. So we saw an immediate reaction, a climb of around $130 or so on that market. So again, we'll see what happens today, but immediate reaction, prices went up. And what does it mean? What are people talking about? What's the market chatter right now? What do people think may happen? So currently there's kind of a massive train of thought that spillover demand, when you can't get palm, will impact the rest of the oils. The rest of the oils then move up on this extra demand that no one was really expecting. So some people are saying it's a very bullish tone for the market. But also I think what's coming in is that Indonesia only have limited storage for palm oil and palm oil derivatives, as you may imagine. Storage is not unlimited. So if they don't export for a significant period of time, then these storages fill up, and then companies get very unhappy with Indonesia because they simply have to waste the oil or kind of chuck it into other things. Not an easy thing to do. So some are saying perhaps the ban only lasts 2 weeks to a month, maybe slightly longer, maybe slightly shorter, depending, because of this storage issue. They can't store the excess palm oil they would be exporting forever. And also longer term, if we're talking about medium term, is that then a bearish factor? Are, for example, China very much in the market? Right now they're not. A lot of lockdowns in Shanghai across quite large swathes of China are actually limiting demand for kind of all veg oils across the nation. So that's a question mark. Where does this demand sit longer term without this factor being in play for very long? So I want to kind of point out that we produce Mintec benchmark reports. These come out weekly. We also do monthly veg oils and grains as well. If you'd like to receive these, pra@mintecglobal.com. Happy to add you to the distribution list. Thank you very much. If you'd like to reach out to me, please use any of the channels on the screen, and enjoy your day. Thank you.